Hi, I'm George Ferguson, and I'm the instructor for this online version of BUS141. First of all, welcome to the class. And second of all, thank you for being part of the Johnson County Community College family. All right, we really appreciate you being here. Now, in this video, we're going to be going over what are the requirements of the course, what the expectations are, and then also I'll show you how to navigate through the course, make sure you can access everything, things like this. So as we go through this, let's look and see what the course is about. Now, you'll notice when you log in, you'll see the landing page here. Now, all of the access of all of the areas can come from here, the main menu, or some of the main things right here. So for example, you have hot links to announcements, to the Start Here section, which you're in right now, the syllabus, the modules, and then your grades. So all of the information makes it a little easier to access from this point here for some of the main things that you would do. You can also access everything from here. Now, in this course, in BUS 141, we're really looking at what management is really all about. What are some of the key things that you need to think about? How do you go about managing businesses and people, and all of the things that are necessary so that you can be successful? So when we think about accessing everything here, obviously you're in the Start Here section because you're watching this video. It also has information as far as the technical specifications for your computer and some of the things that are necessary. How to connect to Day One Access. This is a Day One Access course, and so there's a video on how to actually access and get to the online text and all of the things that are necessary for the course. You have how to complete the reading assignments in Canvas. Every week we're going to be having reading assignments, 2, maybe 4 chapters per week. In each assignment, you'll have a series of questions that need to be answered in order to gain the points, earn the points necessary. The whole idea behind it is to make sure that you understand some of the concepts. How to submit assignments in Canvas, how to view your grades in Canvas, how to participate in discussions in Canvas, and then also how to access the office hours via Zoom. So that's in the Start Here section that you have here on in the course. Now, everything that you need as far as the course is concerned is contained within the modules. Within each module, you'll see that you have sample papers. So you'll be doing a series of mini papers each week. And here's some samples as far as good and poor mini papers to give you an idea as far as what might be expected. Everything that you need for the week is within the module. So if you're looking at the module, you'll see that there's instructions, there's access to the readings, discussion posts, the PowerPoints that go along with each chapter, and then access to the mini papers that need to be submitted. So everything that you need is going to be within the module. Some weeks there's going to be some other access to other documents or videos, things like this. So everything that you need for the week is within the module. When you look at the instructions, now my suggestion to you is make sure you go to the instructions first, because the instructions will have everything that you need by day as far as what is expected, what you should have gotten accomplished, things like that. You can also use it as almost a checklist. So it'll describe what it is that you're going to be learning, what is it we're going to be covering in the module, by what day needs to be completed, and there are hot links that go to each of those things. So it makes it much easier as far as making sure that you get everything completed as far as following the hot links. So for this week, by Wednesday, you need to get this finished. By Thursday, you need to get this done. By Sunday, you need to get these things done. And then why are we doing those things? And so you can access all of the assignments, all of the documents and things like that from within the module or from just within the instructions itself. So you have the instructions with everything that you need within that module. And you'll see it does it for each week. And you can collapse all of them to make it easier to walk through and find which week you're working in, or you can expand all of them to see everything that needs to happen. Everything that's due for the course is already set up in there. Everything is there. I'm a firm believer in transparency. So anything that needs to happen over the semester is already there. It's on the schedule. You know exactly what it is that needs to happen when. I will never add anything as far as assignments. If anything, based on weather or technology or something along those lines, I may take something away. So everything that you need is within the module. You can access your grades. You can access assignments. You can get to the discussions. People are the people who are a part of the course. What are the outcomes that are necessary? This is the access to the text and the various Connect exercises, office hours, and how to access Zoom to meet with me in case you need to. And then course evaluations. At the end of the course, we ask that you do an evaluation as far as the course, what you thought about it, things like that. So everything that you need is within the module, and that's how you access all of those things. Now, let's look at the syllabus and some of the specifics that go along with the course. Let's bump it up a bit. You have my contact information. This is my office on campus. During the summer, I'm not there very often. You do have access to my office phone and my cell phone. Actually, everything is forwarded to my cell phone at this point in time. My email address and then the office hours that I tend to use. Now, you have class meetings and times. This is an online class, so everything is asynchronous, but there are things due throughout the week. You have the textbook, course description. Hopefully you've read over the course description already. You know what it is that you're getting into, and the course objectives, the things that we're going to be focusing on, and hopefully that you're walking away with at the end of the course. This is day one access. So in other words, you need to make sure that you connect to the online text via the link to McGraw-Hill. Makes it much easier to access the textbook and all of the exercises that are necessary. Every week, we're going to be following a pattern of doing the readings, participating in online discussions, and then doing mini papers at the end of the week to kind of reinforce some of the key concepts and things that we learn. The discussion forums. One of the things that I push is that the more participation, the more learning that there is. So you have your initial post due to the discussion board by Wednesday evening, midnight. That's your initial post. And then the requirement, the minimum, is 3 significant responses to others' posts by Sunday. Now, when I say significant, that's more than just gnarly post, dude, sort of response. What we're talking about here is where you're bringing in new information, other articles to support your point of view, things like that. Reaching the minimum results in a C grade. Okay, just doing the minimum is basically average work, and it's a C grade. In order to earn more points, you get involved earlier, you stay involved, you bring in more information, you give more depth. You actually help others learn. You go in and you find new information that you didn't know before, and you share that with others. You're learning more, and others are learning more. So the purpose of the discussion is not just to share our own ideas or share what it is that we already know. The purpose of the discussions is actually to gain more knowledge, more information than we would have had otherwise. So again, meeting the minimums on the discussion of the initial post by Wednesday and 3 responses by Sunday results in a C grade. You earn more points by getting involved earlier, you stay involved, you bring in more information. There's going to be mini papers due each week, 2 to 3 pages. And again, meeting minimums results in a C grade. It's average. Okay. You go above and beyond, you earn more points. The mini papers are basically stepping back and saying, in this chapter or a series of chapters, here are the key things that I learned, and you describe it in your own words. And here is how I will use these learnings. So in other words, you have an action plan that goes along with that. The reason for that is because what the research has shown is the more that you can start putting together plans as far as how you're going to use everything, the higher the probability that you'll actually do it, and it sticks with you longer. You also have the opportunity to do 2 extra credit assignments. I'm always open to extra credit. And in this case here, it's saying, doing an in-depth interview with a business owner. What is a business owner doing as far as managing that business? How are they actually applying the things that we're talking about in the principles of management? Worth a maximum of 20 points each. Okay. Now, when we say a business owner, we're not talking about, your buddy who goes out and cuts grass on the weekends. That's not what we're talking about as far as a business owner. Maybe it's somebody who owns, who owns a Sonic or something along those lines. But you want to get in touch with somebody who is a business owner or manager, a significant manager in a business, and interview them to learn more about what it is that they do as far as applying the principles of management. The last paper will be one where you're stepping back and reflecting on, here are the key things I learned over the semester, and here's my action plan on applying those things. 5 to 10 pages, and that's going to be the last one. If you notice, there are no tests in the course, no tests. It's all discussions, doing the readings, and doing the mini papers. All assignments are due by this prescribed date. I do not accept late work. If the system goes down, you're not going to be penalized. We'll make adjustments for things so that you can still be successful. And everybody has the right to express their opinion. One of the things that we want to do is make this a safe place for people to discuss ideas and share information. It has the instructor expectations. In other words, I'll get back to you within 48 hours. Normally it's 24. All right. If you call me, I answer the phone. If I'm not available, you leave a message. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. I get back to you just as quickly as I can. I also turn around any papers, anything that's been submitted for grading within 24 hours. So I get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Attendance, you have to participate throughout the semester and throughout the course. If you do not participate within the first 3 days of the course, you will be administratively dropped for non-participation. Late work, don't accept late work, okay? Unless something significant comes up, you've lost an arm or something like that, you're in the hospital for that, we'll make arrangements for that. You can see the course evaluation and how the grades are assessed. Drop deadlines, go out to the Johnson County Community College site. I do not do faculty-initiated withdrawal. In other words, you have students who will start the course and then they kind of disappear. Well, I don't drop those folks. If a student decides to stop participating and not withdraw from the course, they wind up with the F. That's their choice. No digital proctoring. I will not record any kind of Zoom sessions. You have your student code of conduct. Make sure that you follow that, understand that, and follow it. Don't cheat. If you need accommodations, please make sure that you get in touch with Access Services at the college. We want to make sure that people are successful, that they have the things that are necessary so that they can succeed. So if you need Access Services, get in touch with them. We have some great counselors on campus. Make sure you get a hold of them. You have your campus wellness guidelines. You have your safety information. One of the things that we do every year is go through training on how to make sure to keep you safe. So you have all of your safety information. Please look that over. It has the technical requirements as far as the systems that you want to use, the computers and everything. With this course, you don't have to go to a high-end computer in order to be successful with it. You can do it with a Chromebook. All right. So the things that we're doing in this course makes it much easier as far as access. All papers are to be submitted in either PDF format, Windows format, or open document text. Do not submit a paper in Apple formats, things like, pages or numbers or something along those lines. I don't use Apple. I can't open them. Canvas cannot open any kind of Apple formatted stuff. So you need to make sure, preferably, you use a PDF format, save stuff as PDF, all right, or Windows or open document text. So those are the key technological types of things to think about. In the syllabus, it goes by week, showing what chapters are going to be done, what things are required for each week. So you can see that this is consistent with the modules that are out there. So by Wednesday, you do these things. By Sunday, you do these things. All right. So each week it shows you what needs to happen. So that's the syllabus. So you can see that with the way the course is set up, I've tried to set it up so you know exactly what's due by when. Everything is easy to access, either from these hot links here or within. When you're going to the modules, everything that you need for the week is within the module. You can access those things either from here or from the instructions page. And one of the things I suggest is go to the instructions to make sure you're clear about what we're going to go over, what's due by when, by each day. And you have links to the various assignments. So that's about all I have. If you have questions, please feel free to give me a shout, either via phone or email.